Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious minds, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin on kindness. I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweepers. Ain't coming like we coming, you can't even count. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch. Don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told him I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns the butter, baby boy. UPK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn the econ line van to a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in the attic like they Anne Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine then. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. Right back at you again. Officer Shapata Yakin. Dropping something heavy for these cowards out here. Yeah. Coming straight from 125th, 1 West, Harlem, New York. Home of the truth, nigga. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. All day as we discuss how they don't like us. Gathered on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us, watch where you stepping. Cause a scene, you gon' see how brotherhood is a weapon. Tough skin protect our wrists, teach girls and kids devoutness. Call them prophetess, a priest damn near nothing without it. More than rubies, cute and understanding when describing. Virtue, loving, no lip from the daughters of Zion. Gold teeth, earrings, chains, and the rings. Precious metals, fabrics, emphatic stones, and everything. Trying to catch the slang, rewind what we rapping slang. Lost in parables, your scripture breakdowns terrible. Yasha Allah, Prince of the power, we are the Jews. God on earth, you can see it by watching all our moves. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white man. Need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. Oh, he cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed it, up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the props. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, Jeremiah, we'll pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Step up solid for show for the fake niggas. Stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no losses. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga.
What you want to do is save hundreds with Hey, shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat Thumb, Yahweh Shema Thumb, Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Priest and Officer, I'm a Wanga Tuesday night brotherhood class, ISUPK, under Command Johanna. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth. Black, Hispanics, Native Indians is the chosen people of God. Our oppressors, the devil the Bible speaks of. Before I get started with the class, I'm going to clap it up for the trooper in there with me. Most time first, you feel me? And yeah, tonight's topic, what we're going to talk about is how you won't stand with the Mexicans, but you will stand with America. You know, you're trying to see what America gonna do before you pay your rent. All kind of stupid sayings people been saying. You feel me? And it's just real ironic though. You feel me? That soon as this big outrage about deporting the Mexicans, we not standing. We gonna sit this one out. Black people, all the black people, like, yeah, we ain't standing with the Mexicans. We gonna sit this one out. And right after y'all made that decision, the whole World War III is almost then it got started. You hear me? A whole nuclear war just almost got started literally a week after everybody decided. Because I don't know since when black people can even come together on some shit. Because last time I checked, black people, we can't come together on nothing. You feel me? We can't come together on anything, but somehow we came together to agree that we ain't standing with the Mexicans. And right when that happened, we on the brink of a nuclear war where everybody about to die. Like real talk. That's just the Lord though. Like real talk. But if I could, if you could go ahead with that first article.
Khan. Trump rebukes Israel and Iran hours after ceasefire.
Right. So yeah. So I mean, unless you living under a goddamn rock, you don't know what's going on. You know, they just dropped bombs on each other for like the last couple days. Israel sent them to Iran. Iran sent them back. America got up in it. Russia say they not finna play with Iran because they got business with Iran, and China got business with Iran. And Trump is mad at Israel and Iran because I guess for some reason the so-called white man think he runs the whole planet. He decides what everybody could do. You know, nobody could have nuclear weapons unless he say so. Like real talk. And that's just as similar as to the white man trying to take away your gun rights. You know, you a homeowner, you know, you got a family, and the white man trying to take away your right to bear arms, that's protecting your house. So you telling a country they can't have nuclear weapons is just like saying you're not allowed to protect yourself. Like real talk. And Trump is mad right now because he felt like him dropping the bombs on Iran, it gave Israel the support they needed to what now, it should just be a ceasefire. But nobody should be doing nothing.
What we've covered. Trump's rebuke. U.S. President Donald Trump flashed intense anger this morning as the ceasefire he brokered between Israel and Iran appeared to grow more fragile.
Right. So he thought dropping them bombs on Iran was going to stop them from wanting to fight. Well, that's not how fighting work. Usually you hit somebody, they want to hit you back. Even whether they can win or not is the point. That's pointless. If you hit somebody 9 times out of 10, they're going to want to hit you back. So for some reason, Trump thought that this was done and over with because he sent them planes in to drop them bombs on Iran nuclear, plants and whatever.
Before heading to the NATO summit in the Netherlands, Trump conveyed he was particularly unhappy with Israel.
Right, because they really didn't want to get in it anyway. They would have rather not to get in it because so many people back in Iran. There's so many superpowers that's back in Iran. Russia, Iran, China, they all together. You feel me? North Korea. These is all superpowers. They all back in Iran. So Trump would have rather not get in it so he can live the rest of his life a billionaire. Him and his rich friends could drink margaritas on yachts and stuff.
Ceasefire appears to hold. Both Israel and Iran said they would not break the ceasefire unless the other does so first. After the two countries earlier traded accusations of truce violations.
Right. How do you send missiles into somebody's country and then just tell them, yeah, we're gonna stop?
Correct.
You know? How do you kill somebody and then say, yeah, we just gonna cease fire and we're gonna wait to see if you break the truce first? Obviously, somebody gonna end up breaking it because everybody's pissed right now. Everybody mad, you know. You dropping bombs on me and I gotta stop because Trump said so.
Trump also said he does not seek regime change in Iran, but because he doesn't want to see chaos.
Right, he don't want to see chaos. So he dropped bombs on them to basically tell them to stop building bombs. What that don't even make sense. He dropped 3 bombs on Iran to tell them to stop dropping bombs. Man, all I'm saying is it's a lot more gonna come from this. You feel me? All this ceasefire and all that, and it ain't even last. The ceasefire is over. Ceasefire is over. That's what Trump talking about. Israel is already sending missiles back at them. And they are proud people too, because that's a small ass little country.
Right.
That's a small little country sending all the missiles over there at Iran, unless they know America gonna back them no matter what they do. Unless they know America is backing them no matter what they do, it's no way they would be even playing with Iran like that. Like real tough.
Early intel assessment. The U.S. military strikes on 3 of Iran's nuclear facilities over the weekend did not destroy the core components of its nuclear program and likely only set it back by months.
Right. So basically, he just made them want to go even harder. He set them back for months. So now they're gonna do everything they can so this don't happen again. Because it didn't say that they never going to be able to build a bomb again. It say it just set them back for months, which means they got to gather different parts and rebuild this, rebuild that, spend a little more money, and then they right back at it. Like real talk, this ain't gonna never stop. It been war in the Middle East since them white folks got over there. Since them white folks got there in 1946, lying, talking about they the real Jews. It's been war over there ever since. And it ain't gonna never stop until they extinct. Like real talk. It ain't gonna never stop until they bring forth the Third World War.
According to an early U.S. intelligence assessment that was described by sources briefed on it, the White House acknowledged the existence of the assessment, but said it disagrees with it.
Right. So basically, you know, they got war going on in the Middle East. Nothing new. This ain't nothing new. That's been happening since the 40s. You feel me? People dying, Arabs dying, white folks dying. Black people, you need to sit your ass out.
Right.
Black people need to stand down. Don't stand up. Black people need to stand down and let this war just happen. The same way they stood by and watched the Bloods and the Crips kill each other. The same way they made fun of the GDs and the Vice Lords. You need to sit back and don't even worry about it. You feel me? Like real talk. Let them do whatever they got to do. So yeah, let's drop that. Let's go into the Bible. If you can go into Zephaniah 2:1 in the Old Testament.
Yes. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. I lifted up my eye again and looked.
No, it's Zephaniah 2:1.
Salaki. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together, ye. Gather together, O nation not desired.
Right. And this is what a prophet of God is telling us all the way back then. A prophet of God is telling us all the way back then to gather yourselves together. Because time and time again, when we go into slavery, we choose the heathens over our own people. We choose the heathens over our own people every time. You hear me? Every time we would rather choose a heathen woman than a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian woman. We would rather choose to follow after their gods than our gods. Every time, it never failed. So what the prophet is saying, that we are not desired. If you want to know who the children of Israel are, look at the people that's not desired. Who's not desired? Who don't have nuclear bombs? Who don't even have a nuclear plant to try to build a bomb? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The Native Indians is on reservations. Look like a third world country. You hear me? We at the bottom of this society. This is the richest kingdom in the history of this planet. And we still can't pay our rent on time. How does that don't even make sense? It's the richest kingdom the world ever seen, but we cannot even pay our rent on time, let alone build a nuclear bomb to defend ourselves. Because we are the nation not desired. That's why the black people say they weren't standing with the Mexicans. Why did you even have to think about that? You don't never have to think about standing with France. You ain't never got to think about standing with Israel. You ain't never got to think about standing with the Africans. Send what they say, send a 5 cents a day, $1 a day. You hear me, to the Africans? You ain't never got to think about standing with them. But when it come down to the Mexicans, we had to have a council. We had to have an internet debate about should we stand with them or not, because we are the nation not desired. And we would rather choose our enemies than our own people. The Mexicans is the chosen people of God. Real talk.
Verse 2. Before the decree brings forth, before the day pass, as the cliffs, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Right, because pain and suffering is coming. You hear me? Pain and suffering is coming. That's why I say before the day pass as the chaff. That's like a strong wind blowing. You hear me? Because in a minute, all this stuff is going to be a blur. All this stuff is going to blow over. You feel me? All this stuff is going to just wash away, and we're going to need each other. In that day of the Lord, we're going to need each other. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we are too intelligent. Us put together, we're going to make it through this like it's nothing. We made it through everything else. You feel me? We made it through Jim Crow. We made it through slavery. We made it through lynching. You feel me? We made it through the Spanish conquistadors, raping and robbing all our Hispanic brothers and sisters. Christopher Columbus and them committing genocide. You feel me? We made it through all that. We definitely can make it through this. But what the prophet of God is saying is we're going to have to stand together. You feel me? We're going to have to join together and put our differences aside, because throughout history, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have always looked at each other like we are not the same. Like we know we're the same, but we're not the same at the same time. You feel me? And the reason why is because we different tribes. You feel me? We different tribes of Israel. We got different characteristics, different stuff we like, different stuff we don't like. You feel me? Stuff like that. But that don't make us not one people. You feel me? We just got 12 flavors. You feel me? There's 12 sons of Israel. There's 12 families, but we all one, the chosen people of God. And we're going to have to put our differences aside and definitely, come together on one accord. And we'll make it through this World War III. It's like it's nothing. Like real talk. Everybody else going to be suffering in pain, wondering how they can feed themselves and clothe themselves. We're going to be fine. But we're going to have to come together, though. and separate from our enemies.
Before the day of the Lord's anger comes upon you.
Right, and that's famine, that's destruction, that's war, that's tsunamis, hurricanes, tornadoes. That's the day of the Lord. I don't know what Christian, maybe that's why the Christians just done away with the Old Testament. You feel me? Because I don't know how you can read that and not know that it's talking about some serious bad times. So I don't know why you in church dancing and singing and playing that damn tambourine, which is gay. I'm just throwing it out there. If you play the tambourine, you should repent. So just in case Mike want to take you to counsel, that was in your past life. You should just repent. But the tambourine, what are you doing in there dancing, beating them drums for what? The day of the Lord is coming. You feel me? And the Bible says it's darkness and not light. It's gonna be very dark during the day of the Lord. And it ain't just talking about the damn no LG&E. You feel me? No Calm Edison. I ain't just talking about lights in your house. You feel me? That's talking about wisdom. You feel me? It's gonna be very dark because people are gonna be scared. And when people are scared, they make bad decisions. Like real talk. So you could drop that. You can go to 1 Kings 12 and 13.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 12 and verse 13. And the king answered the people roughly and forsook the old men's counsel that they gave him.
Right. Now, this is one of Solomon's sons, you feel me, that became king. Like during this time, at this point in time, the kingdom of Israel was one kingdom. You feel me? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we was under one, king, one belief, we all was together. But Solomon had a son, and he forsook the counsel of the old men. You feel me? The wise men that counseled him and counseled his father's fathers, he didn't care about what they said. You feel me? And he was on his own type of time, is what people would say. Like real talk. We're going all the way to 19.
Verse 14. And say to them, after the counsel of the young men, saying, my father made your yoke heavy, and I will add your yoke, my yoke father also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise
you with scorpions.
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Right. So now you too up. So basically, they went to Solomon's son. I think his name Rehoboam. You feel me? Rehoboam or something like that. He was wicked as hell. And they went to him like, man, your father, he taxed us. He was, he was straight. Are you gonna be like a little looser? You gonna lighten our burdens? That's what you would call today the Hispanics said to the tribe of Judah, which is African Americans. This black and brown right here having beef in the Bible. You feel me? A lot of people think a lot of stuff is new. This is black and brown people beefing right here in the Bible. You feel me? This is something that we went throughout generations that we never really got right. We had it right for a little bit under David and Solomon. And once Solomon's sons took over, that shit was over with. That was a wrap. Like keeping the 12 tribes together on one accord has always been something that was hard to do. Because we was following after the heathens. Like real talk. So he say, I'm going to make the yoke heavier. I'm going to add to the yoke. My father chastised you with whips. I'm going to chastise you with scorpions. So basically saying, I'm going to make it worse. I'm going to be a worse judge than my father was. Like real talk. And this is in the time when we had our own kingdom. We chose to oppress each other. That's what we chose to do. In the time we had our own kingdom, that's what we did. We oppressed each other. Like real talk. And that's the reason why the Hispanics and the blacks always bumping heads. It's because one is trying to oppress the other. You feel me? One is always trying to get over on the other one. Like real talk.
Verse 15. Wherefore the king hearkening not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord, that he might perform his saying, which the Lord spake by Ajah the Shilonite unto, hit me with these words, Slucky.
The Shilonite unto Jeroboam, the son of Nebat. Now Jeroboam, he was the man that was respected of the northern kingdom. You feel me? That's who that was. And Rehoboam was the king of Israel. That was one of Solomon's sons. Okay. And Solomon's son, he rejected what they wanted. You know, they plead for him to, you know, be lighter, to be less cruel. And he became more wicked unto them. And that's why I say that's the friction between black and brown people. You feel me? We trying to oppress each other. Instead of us coming together, gathering together, we keep, whenever we do come around each other, we trying to oppress each other. Like real talk.
Verse 16. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkening not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, oh man, I lost him. I lost it.
It say, and what portion have we in David? Now, King David is dead and gone. But King David, he was the king that united Israel. You feel me? Like he went to wars fighting to put Israel together. You feel me? He couldn't even build the temple because he said his hands were stained with blood of Israelites. So they asking like, now what portion do we have with David, with King David? You feel me? If you're going to just oppress us like we just another nation, like we not even your brothers, you just going to oppress us, what portion do we have? We ain't got nothing here. Like real talk.
Neither have we inherited in the son of Jesse to your tents.
Right. So they saying, and the son of Jesse, that's talking about King David, and then Solomon, and then all their sons, and after that. They basically said, we don't have no inheritance with y'all. You know? All right, what are we doing here? This is the so-called Hispanics, the Northern Kingdom. Hey, this is what they saying to the tribe of Judah, which is African Americans. You feel me? What portion do we have? We don't have no inheritance here. You feel me? Y'all basically dictators, and we just like another heathen nation that y'all trying to oppress.
O Israel, now see to thine own house. David. So Israel departed unto their tent.
Right. So they left. They got up out of there because it was not a fruitful business meeting. You feel me? It's like they go into a business meeting trying to make a deal and get told that we taking 20, 30% of the money, 40% of the money, and giving y'all 50. Y'all get 50% and we taking 40. Like real talk.
Verse 17. But as for the children of Israel, which dwelt in the city of Judah, Rehoboam,
yeah, that's it.
Over them.
Got Rehoboam. That was the king of Israel at the time. You hear me? Before they split up, he was the king. He was anointed king, and he was so wicked to the other 10 tribes. You hear me? That they ain't even want no part with him.
Verse 18. The king Rehoboam sent Odoram, who was over the tribute.
Right. So he over the tribute. He don't want to collect the money. Adoram, he don't want to collect the money. You feel me? And Rehoboam, he sent them to him.
And all Israel stoned him with stones.
Right. And they killed him. The king sent a messenger who collects the money. He sent them to Israel, to the northern kingdom, the other 10 tribes outside of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. He sent the man to collect the money from them, and they killed him. They killed him because they didn't want to be oppressed. They was tired of being oppressed. That's why I'm saying, you want to know what's up with the black and brown friction? Oppression. We both tired of being oppressed. So we think the Mexicans going to try to oppress us? The Mexicans think the black people going to try to oppress them. The Native Indians think everybody trying to oppress them. The Native Indians thinking the Mexicans and the tribe of Judah, African Americans, is trying to oppress them. That's what it's about. It's oppression. That's the problem with the black and brown community. We keep thinking that everybody is trying to oppress us, and we tired of it. We get oppressed by white people all day, and then here come a nigga, here come a Mexican, here come a Native Indian with some scheme or some plot or something. It's just tired of being oppressed. Real talk. And that's why they killed him. They murdered him. Real talk.
That he died. Therefore, King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot to flee to Jerusalem. Right,
and he got up out of there. King Rehoboam, he made sure he needed to get up out of there because he probably knew he was next. Like he's saying that they wasn't going. He's saying that the northern kingdom was not going. Like real talk. The other 10 tribes was not trying to be oppressed. We serve our God. We doing what God say to do. We came out of Israel. We came out of Egypt with y'all. We came from underneath the foot of the Philistines. We was there fighting the Philistines with y'all. You feel me? We fought all these wars with y'all, and now we a kingdom, and you want to oppress us. Now we gone. Real talk, that's all it took.
Verse 19. So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day.
Unto this day. Even to right now. Even unto right now. Israel, which is talking about the 10 tribes. You feel me? The tribes outside of Benjamin, Judah, and Levi has been rebelling against the house of David unto this day. That's the spirit behind black and brown not being able to come together. Even though we the most undesired people, in this world. That's the spirit behind why we won't come together. It's because spiritually, Israel is rebelling against the house of David. Right now. You see the Mexicans mad at black people mad at Mexicans for whatever. Whatever the reason is, don't even matter. The spirit behind it is we've been rebelling against each other since then. You feel me? For a couple thousand years, we've been rebelling against each other, man. Like real talk. So you seeing black people saying they don't want to stand with the Mexicans, that's why. That's why they saying it. It's spiritual. You feel me? A lot of black people really don't even have a reason. You feel me? They really don't have a real reason. They'll tell you, oh, they didn't stand with us. That's a lie. They didn't get hung on trees. That's a lie. They never went into slavery. That's a lie. Black people really don't have a reason not to stand with the Mexicans. It's just spiritual. You feel me? It's something that we've been going through for thousands of years with each other, like real talk.
Right.
So yeah, you could drop that, and you can go to 2 Kings 17 and 16.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 17 and verse 16. And they left all the commandments of the Lord, their God, and made them molded images, even 2 calves, and made a grove and worship all the host of heaven and serve Allah.
Right. And now this is talking about the northern kingdom. See, once they split off from the kingdom of Israel and became their own separate, their own separate kingdom, which is what we call the northern kingdom, that's what they start doing. Because that's what happened when you ain't with the brothers. You feel me? You ain't with the brothers or the sisters. You ain't around the sisters. You will look up and you back in the world. Just like that. You won't even see it happening. You just look up over time. You like, damn, I ain't even in the truth no more. And that's what happened with the northern kingdom. They split. You feel me? They split up from the southern kingdom. And you know what was in the southern kingdom? The priesthood. The priesthood was in the southern kingdom. Tribe of Levi. So they left from amongst them. They ain't nobody policing them no more. Ain't nobody telling them they can't do this. You can't do that. Ain't no punishment gonna happen to you now. So they just started falling into their lust. And that's basically what happened. You feel me? Like real talk. They really big into idolatry. If you know anything about the Hispanics, our brothers, the chosen people of God, a lot of them is really deep into idolatry. And that's spiritual, because that's something that that's a demon that they've been taking on. That's a demon they took on for thousands of years. You know, dwelling into that idolatry, like real talk. And that's the reason why the Most High sent the so-called white man to punish us the way he did, to make us repent, make us want to repent. That's why the so-called white man is only coming down hard on the Mexicans, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you feel me, Haitians, Jamaicans. That's the only reason why. Like real talk. It's like we're going all the way to 21.
Verse 17. And they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire.
Right. They caused their sons and daughters to pass through the fire. They sacrificed their sons and daughters to these idols, man. They're passing their sons and daughters through this pain and suffering. Like real talk. They heavy into idolatry. Heavy.
And use divination and enchantments and sold themselves to the evil in sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like the northern kingdom is heavy into like idolatry, like deep into like witchcraft and stuff like that. They deep into it. Like just a demon they've been holding on to for a long time. So when they came over here and left out of Assyrian captivity, what you think they did? You know, what you think they was gonna do? It got worse. Got way worse. So for people wondering why the Mayans fell, the Incas, you know, the Taino Indians, all these, you know, they had civilizations, great civilizations. They write about it, books about it, how beautiful them civilizations was when they came over here in South America, you know, Central America, North America, Mexico, the Caribbean. Like they weren't living in no huts like the movie show. You know, they was wealthy. They was living like kings, you feel me, and princesses, but they wasn't serving the Lord. And the Lord, the first commandment is don't have no other God before me. So yeah, you doing that, of course, the Lord coming for you. Like real talk.
Verse 18. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel and removed them out of his sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah only.
Right. And that's what happened. So the Lord, he got rid of them. He let them do their own thing. You feel me? Y'all want to fall into this idolatry and stuff like that? Go ahead.
Verse 19. Also Judah kept not the commandments of the Lord.
Hold on, wait, Salaki. And it say in verse 19, there was none left but the tribe of Judah only. That's a fact. You feel me? They got took off into the Assyrian captivity. You feel me? Well, they almost, you know, didn't become a nation after that. The tribe of Dan, you feel me, just became a big family in the tribe of Manasseh. You feel me? Like real talk, the tribe of Dan became a big family inside of Manasseh because they wasn't having enough sons. But that's the only way that can happen. The only way you can become not a tribe or your family can get smaller than what it's supposed to if you ain't having enough sons and y'all doing all this interracial dating. You feel me? All that interracial dating and mixing with these other nations, that's idolatry too. Like real talk.
Verse 19. Also, Judah kept not the commandments of the Lord their God, but walked in the statutes of Israel, which they made.
Right. And the tribe of Judah, they didn't keep the law either. You hear me? They didn't keep the law either. The reason why they was even saved from not being put away and put out the kingdom and all that is because of King David. That's it. You feel me? If it wasn't for King David, you feel me, like real talk, they would have been put out too. Because they wasn't keeping the commandments neither. You feel me? They walked in their own statutes, which means they came up with their own way of doing stuff. You feel me? That's why Christ told the Pharisees, told the people, like, do what they say, but not what they do. Because they telling you what to do is right, but the way they living is wicked. Real talk. That's kind of how they was moving. The tribe of Judah that was left. All right, so you could drop that. And you can go to Jeremiah 2:33.
You said 33.
Come.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 33. That trims them that way to seek love.
Right. Why trim us that way to seek love? You feel me? Like I said, that's something we always done. You feel me? Because we infatuated with the heathens' way of life, their lifestyle, trying to be like them. You feel me? Because they don't got a guide. They don't have no rules, no morals they got to live by. We do. And that's something we always done. We try to trim up our ways to seek love. That's why people had to ask, should we stand? You feel me? Should we say, like, what are we going to benefit from this if we do stand? Because we trying to get love. We've been fighting for the white man to love us since slavery. That's why a lot of black people is thinking and contemplating on should they stand with the Mexicans. Should we be on the Mexican side? Because you still trying to seek love from your slave master. You still trying to seek love from the oppressor. You feel me? That's why you dress in the way you dress. That's why you want to wear wigs and blonde hair. You feel me? You want to walk around half naked. The black men and Hispanic men, they want to marry white women. You feel me? You trimming your ways to seek love. The black women kicking the man out the house, putting a college degree over having a relationship, over the kids having a father. You feel me? A lot of people, that's what we doing. We trim our ways so we can be validated. You feel me? We want to be validated by society. So that's what we'll do. We'll trim our ways. We'll do stuff that we know probably is not going to benefit us in the long run. It's probably not going to benefit us. But I want people to love me. I want people to like me. So I'm going to just do it anyway.
Therefore has that also taught the wicked ones that way.
Right. That's a fact. And we taught the wicked ones our ways. And that's why they stealing everything from us. We trimming our ways to seek love, and they stealing all our ideas, all our plans. They stole our God. They turned around and took our God. They took our, look, imagine taking a history book from a people and say this is about everybody. You feel me? imagine taking the history of the Qin dynasty, because I don't know if people know it or not. China was started from the Qin dynasty, which was a rich family. You hear me? So imagine taking the history of the Qin dynasty and saying that this story is about everybody. You hear me? That don't even make no sense. Right. And that's what the so-called white man did. The so-called white man took our story and turned it into a book and said it's for everybody. God so loved the world. God love America. God bless America. Land of the free, home of the brave. Like real talk. All right, so look, yeah, we could drop that and go to Matthew 5 and 46.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 46. For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye?
Right, and that's a fact. That's a fact. This is what Christ is saying. If you love them that love you, what reward have you? You feel me? Like what we gotta understand is black people, we don't even like black people. Hispanics don't like Hispanics. Look, man, it's a big ass war going on in Chicago, in New York, and in LA. And it's Mexican gangs killing other Hispanic gangs. You feel me? It's black gangs killing black people. The Jamaicans is at war on the island of Jamaica. The Haitian mob is in tour with the Rastafarians. Like real talk. Like we hate each other. You feel me? So what reward do we get for loving people that love you? Like real talk. And it's funny because the Christians will take this and tell you to love white people. This ain't got nothing to do with white people. This is talking about how the disciples is finna go ahead and teach the people, and they're not gonna want to hear it. So the brothers that you around, that y'all all love each other, and you get no reward for that. You feel me? You get no reward for loving somebody that love you. Yeah, y'all all believe the same shit. Of course, you love the niggas on your block, but you don't like the Mexicans because the niggas on your block, y'all all believe the same thing. But the Mexicans, they believe in something else. So of course, but you don't get no reward for that. But you would get a reward for standing with the Mexicans. You feel me? You would get a reward, but instead you chose to sit down. There you go ahead.
Do not even the publican the same?
Right, the publicans, these are sinners. The publicans is sinners. And he's saying they do the same. They love the people that love them. All the publicans love each other. They all about the same business. You feel me? So if y'all trying to go raise up the dead, y'all loving each other ain't gonna be enough. Because of course y'all love each other. Y'all on the same type of time. But these people believe in something different. But you got to go get them out the world. That's where you're going to get your reward at.
It's like 47.
Yeah, you go ahead.
And if you salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others?
Right. What make you different than other people? You feel me? What make you different than other people if you only salute your brothers, the people that you know? You feel me? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is all the 12 tribes of Israel, but the only people that you greeting is the ones on your block. You feel me? You see that the Mexicans going through the same thing we went through, even worse. You feel me? Even worse than the Native Indians and the so-called African Americans. The Mexicans is going through it, man. You see we the same people, but you choose to only salute the people on your block, the people that I guess they got melanin in their skin, they dark skin. You feel me? Whatever. I don't know what it is that separates you from Mexicans, but whatever it is, what makes you different than anybody else? Like real talk.
Do not even the public so?
Right. So evil people do that. That's something evil people do. Evil people only salute the people that they around every day. But then see other people that's going through it the same as them and choose not to help. Like real talk. I say you could drop that and you go to Micah 2:10. Micah 2. It's in the Old Testament. Micah 2:10.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right. This is not your rest. See, that's another thing. You feel me? That's another reason why black people, you feel me, don't want to stand with the Mexicans. It's because they too comfortable. You feel me? They got too comfortable in slavery. They don't even want to be free. They cool working that little job or that little business they started. You feel me? Or that little promotion they got. Then they just went and got a car. They got a car note. They got to make sure they don't miss the payments. They ain't got no time to be going to jail protesting with the Mexicans. You feel me? The people then got too comfortable. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They got too comfortable. The Native Indians, you go on a reservation and try to teach them how they the chosen people of God, they ain't trying to hear it. They comfortable. They cool on the reservations. Like real talk. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we all as a group. You feel me? We done got too comfortable in America to where we see our brothers and sisters in trouble and we don't want no part. You feel me? And not doing nothing about, not saying something about injustice is agreeing. If you don't say something about injustice, then you agreeing with it. Like real talk. There's no way around it. If you see somebody being oppressed, you see something being done to a people, and you turn the other cheek and like you didn't see it, that's because you agreeing with it subconsciously. But this is not our rest. This is not our homeland. This is not our final stop. You feel me? This ain't it. Our final stop is in the Middle East. They over there fighting right now. They dropping bombs left and right. That's our rest. You feel me? That's our final stop. Like real talk.
Because it's polluted. And it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Right. This is polluted. You feel me? This place is polluted. This kingdom we living in called America is polluted. And it's going to be destroyed. And if you try to stay with it, if you try to be a part of this place, if you don't get uncomfortable in this place, you're going to be destroyed with it. It's going to be your destruction. You feel me? A lot of people mad. They mad about Iran getting them bombs dropped because they comfortable here. They used to getting up, going to Kroger's, Walmart, getting whatever they want. You know, they got everything all organized. You feel me? They got the vegetables over here. Got the meat over here, the bread in this aisle, cereal in that aisle, the meat already cut up for you. People is too comfortable in a place that's going to be destroyed. This place had blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in slavery. They murdered millions of us, still murdering millions of us right now, thrown in prison unjustly. This is not our rest. You feel me? It's not our rest. This place needs to be destroyed, but it's too many blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. They too comfortable. You feel me? They too comfortable right now in a place that's fitted for destruction. Like real talk. I say, yeah, you can drop that. If you can go into the Apocrypha, First Maccabees 6 and 43.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 6 and verse 43. Eleazar also surnamed Caesar perceiving that one of the beasts, armed with loyal harness, was higher than all the rest, imposing that the king was upon him.
Right. So now this brother Eleazar, right? He's seen they had battle with the Greeks. You know, the Greeks didn't during this time, the Greeks was monsters. You feel me? This is the first Edomite empire, you know, the first like Edomite, like as far as like how America is, Rome and all that stuff. Before that, they was just like tribes, you know, tribal people, cave people. This was their first empire, and they was going around the earth. I'm talking about like a storm, taking over every land they went. And they came to Israel and they tried to do it to us. And of course, the brothers started committing guerrilla warfare, which we know works against. That's the best tactic to use against a great army. Because a great army want to fight head on, you know. But when you don't fight them head on, that's how you can win. That's how America lost to Vietnam. That's how they lost the Korean War. That's how they lost a lot of wars to the Native Indians. It was because they used guerrilla warfare tactics instead of fighting them head on. You feel me? Like real talk. So that's what was going on right now. And one of the brothers, which he would assume is a king, by how royal, you feel me, the horse and stuff he was sitting on. I think it was an elephant. Something he was riding on. You go ahead. We're going all the way to 47.
44. Put himself in jeopardy to the end he might deliver his people.
Right, and that's the point. Eleazar, this brother, he's saying that this person on this animal he looks real royal. And he put his life in jeopardy to try to take out that man. That man sitting on that beast, he put his life in jeopardy to save his people, to try to free his people under oppression from the Greeks. You feel me? That was his whole point. He put his life in jeopardy to try to save his people. Because that's what a righteous man would do. That's what a soldier would do. That's what a man would do, and not a coward. You feel me? He put his life in danger to save his people, which is what everybody is doing in ISUPK. That's our whole point, our whole mission. We putting ourselves in danger to save our people. And it ain't just physical danger, it's spiritual. You know, you can lose all kind of stuff teaching the truth. Like real talk.
And gave him a perpetual name.
Right, and give him a perpetual name, which is talking about that's like a famous name that would always be spoke about. That's why we're speaking about him right now. This what he did it for. He wanted to try to give his people a chance to live, and he wanted to give himself a perpetual name. Like he put his life in danger to save his people. How many people will do that? None. You won't even get off the couch to go march with the Mexicans. You won't even get off the damn couch. You won't even get on the internet and say, I stand with the Mexicans. Like real talk. Y'all done had a Facebook council about how y'all not. You feel me? Because y'all so care about being comfortable. You feel me? You will never put yourself in jeopardy to save your people. There you go ahead. I think the brother froze. Yeah, this 45. Wherefore he ran upon him courageously through the midst of the battle, slaying on the right hand and on the left, so that they were divided from him on both sides. Right, that's what this brother did. This brother risked his life to save his people. You feel me? Which most people will never do. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. The average person, I'm gonna just say 9 out of 10 people ain't doing this. They ain't putting their own, they ain't finna risk not seeing that whore that they laid up with and them badass kids. They not doing it. Not to save some people they don't even know. So they can go home to their families. So they can raise up their children and their women. No, they're not doing that. The average person is not doing that. Like real talk. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So like, sir, did you hear me?
No, I think you was froze.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
I'm over reading. I'm sorry.
nah, you good. Hell, nah.
Verse 45.
Now you can go to 46. I read 45.
Okay. 46.
Nah,
Which done, he crept unto the elephant and thrust him under, and sued him, whereupon the elephant fell down upon him, and there he died.
right. So that's what happened. It was an elephant that this king was sitting on. You hear me? And he went to go charge and kill this elephant to try to kill this king so his people can be delivered. He put his own life in danger, like real talk. And he died right there. The elephant, he killed the elephant, went up under the elephant, killed the elephant. The elephant fell up on him and he died, trying to save his people.
Chapter 47. How about the rest of the Jews, seeing the strength of the king and the balance of his forces, turned away from them.
Right. And when they seen that, a lot of the Jews got scared. A lot of the Jews got scared and they ran. You feel me? They seen that brother trying to do a courageous act and he died doing it, and they got scared because they would have never done that. They don't want to die fighting. And that's what a lot of people gonna do. A lot of people is gonna turn and run away. So I'm not surprised people say they didn't want to stand for the Mexicans. I would have been shocked if everybody would have said they was. Because most people are just scared to lose. They scared to lose whatever they got, whatever it is they got, which can't be much. Seeing how we always in some type of damn depression or something. The stock market always dropping. The housing market always felling. You hear me? Somehow you ain't never making enough to be able to pay your rent. But I guess whatever it is you got, I guess you didn't want to lose it, standing with the Mexicans. You feel me? But you didn't want to stand with the Mexicans. The Lord did. You ain't want to stand with the Mexicans. The Lord wanted to. And right when y'all decided not to stand with the Mexicans, y'all turned away and ran. The Lord sent bombs dropping in the Middle East, left and right. Like real talk. So that's what we got to understand. We got a God, we got a power that fight for us. Even when men won't. Even when men turn coward and run and hide under the goddamn bed. We got a God that's going to fight for us. Real talk. All right, last scripture, if I could, you go to Proverbs 16:4.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself, ye even the wicked for the days of evil.
Right. And that's what the Lord did. He made the wicked for the day of evil. That's what the Lord did. He made all these scientists, you feel me? All these German scientists and Russian scientists is creating all these nuclear bombs and, all these missiles that can go, the speed of sound. The Lord created these people for the day of evil. He created these people so they can do exactly what they're doing. Dropping bombs, dropping nukes, sending missiles, breaking through the dome, whatever they call it. You feel me? All that stuff. The Iron Dome. The Lord creating all these people to make all these missiles so they can point them at each other and kill each other for what they did to blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. So even if you're not going to stand up for the Mexicans and you're gonna sit down. Well, the Lord is sending, he's sitting down missiles. You hear me? He's sending down missiles coming from the sky, left and right, dropping. You hear me? The same way he did Sodom and Gomorrah. Fire from the sky, brimstone. It's falling on all these nations, and it's gonna keep happening for what they did to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Real talk. Yeah, but that's the end of tonight's class. You feel me? Tune in every Wednesday. You feel me? 7 to 9 o'clock. You feel me? Y'all by Shimmy, y'all shot by the thumb. Y'all with Shema thumb by Shimmy, y'all shot. Classes.